I love that song. I just don't have no emotional attachment to it.
Oh, well, shit, you gotta guess. You know.
I know. I should have told y'all beforehand. I know.
You ready?
I went in a freestyling mood today, so
yeah. Plus, I know that's a hard beat to catch.
It is, but we could have caught it though.
Like
you know
rice.
what I'm saying? Because we
caught that bitch like rice.
Like
you know
we would have
mean?
lost that bitch.
You know
Hold
what
on.
I'm saying? Hey, I definitely got him on mode right there, y'all. Caught that bitch like rice.
Man.
Oh,
No
man.
coordinator, ain't going out like Tice. What? Minnesota Viking lie coming from the boat. Cold nigga, but I never need a coat. Harlem, stand up, be back.
Let's
you know
go.
what I'm saying?
You know what? You can't just rap, spit 2 bars and be like Harlem. Like you can't do it. Like
That's how you gotta do it when you ain't
you
got a
not
lot of
from
Harlem.
Harlem. You ain't even from Harlem here. You ain't from Harlem and Irvin. Like
Yeah, you know, Flex would have dropped the bar right there. This is good quality music right here.
Listen, man.
Harlem. Everybody rewind your tapes. Get your tapes ready.
It'd be so amazing. Every time Flex hear a good bar, it's like the greatest thing he's ever heard. Every
You know what? You know
fucking
what's so
time.
funny? I damn near I be hating Funk Master Flex right now, but I got a question. If you had to pick an old mixtape DJ to freestyle next to and have him like either hype you up or either DJ, all the old schools, and think of all their various skill sets, who would you choose?
It's between 2 people for me.
Okay.
I feel like Clue. I feel like I gotta do Clue because I just like the ha 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 and the
And
stupid.
you know, Clue is like the rich. Like homie, like he's a DJ. You just always feel like he's rich.
Yeah,
like you just feel like Clue had it.
yeah, he had horrible haircuts his whole life, but minus the
All
haircuts.
his life he had.
Minus the haircuts, and just like on some dirty shit, K-Slay.
Damn it, Fresh! That was gonna be my answer.
I gotta have.
I was about to say. I feel like
fuck this. We're out here. You know what I'm saying? Slap your favorite DJ.
I feel like
Slap
if
your
you get on
favorite
the K Slay mixtape, like you definitely dropping the diss record.
Yeah, and if you shoot a video, it got to be black and white.
Yeah.
grimy, no shirt on.
Yeah, make get that tunnel feel too.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Yeah.
Yep.
Okay.
Where you at with it, Dion?
I want to hear Ant. I feel like Ant got something in the chamber.
K Slay was my one in the chamber.
Well, you know what? Make him choose DJ Clue. But make him choose DJ Clue. You can
only
take
because because as much as I love Clue, I feel like the one that would give me the most energy would be K Slay. Like Clue, he just he do the ha ha holla,
Right, yeah.
all that, but it wouldn't be
Clue,
like
Clue.
it wouldn't be like it's go time.
Right.
Even though one of my favorite tracks off of Clue mixtape was when Fabulous had went off on one he said something like carry 2 nines like Warren Sapp or some shit like that. Like he floated on that bitch.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Clue gets you there though. Clue, cause Clue talks shit. Then the beat drop. Then you hear Mary J come in with the.
Is DJ Drama included in this?
DJ Drama is included.
My answer.
Nah, I take everything back I ever said.
Drama.
I'll take back
Drama.
everything I ever said. It's drama.
Man, please.
I thought we was just going to the old
DJ storytelling.
The fuck drama.
Man.
DJ fuck drama. Happy Thanksgiving.
Happy Thanksgiving.
Happy Thanksgiving.
Barack O Drama.
Man.
Like he had the best fucking names. His voice alone, like, and you know what? I seen him in quite a few concerts, and I still be like fucking Drama G. I love Drama,
Yeah,
like with a passion.
Oh yeah.
You got to. And I tell a story all the time. We was actually, this was the first year they had homecoming in the rec. It was the homecoming of a players ball. Anyway,
Yeah.
he was DJing.
Yeah.
And we was walking up. I didn't even know I was gonna be able to get in because I ain't had no ticket. None. I was just down at SIU being
Dirty.
fresh and shit. Yeah, exactly. So we walking up, and like his road team was team walking up on the side of us and shit.
Affiliates, nigga.
So when they walking up, I even hear cannon. So they get to like talking shit. And I'm like, hold on, who is this? So I just get to roasting their ass, like fan their ass up, all quick bars, walking across the grass, going into the wreck. And he was like, Joe, who y'all with, Joe? And I was like, shit, I ain't with nobody. He like, I thought you was with the promoter dude. I'm like, no, Joe, I just walking outside that nigga, I started roasting him too. He like, nah, Joe, y'all good. Then they gave me a lanyard, Joe, and I was on stage with them niggas all night. I was like, oh yeah, I'm plugged. Everybody pointing at me on the stage, like, how the fuck you know? I'm like, oh, this is my cousin from Alabama.
Oh God.
Making up shit. But shout out to Drama, Joe.
If I want a nostalgic '90s feel though, put me on with Capri.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's the Kid Capri. Yeah. Honestly, Kid Capri yelling is some of the only reasons I could tolerate Damn. Because his yelling on that. It's the Kung Fu Kenny. Like, you know, that shit was cold. It's rough because we named so many DJs. We named so many DJs. Man, it's so many.
Michael Watts.
Michael Watts don't never say shit. He just gonna make your 3-minute song 5.5 minutes.
When I'm in the club, all the girls show me love.
Who is Mike Jones coming? That shit came about 90 times.
Hey.
4 fours, I'm tipping.
Listen, you know what's some of my favorite shit? When the Screwed Up, when they used to chop and screw R&B music. That shit would be like 7 minutes.
Oh my God.
Man, yes, Lord.
That's how I knew like that the drug culture in Houston was so real. When I was like, anybody that could listen to this and actually like fuck, because the mixtapes used to be called Fuck Action. I was like, anybody that could listen to a Fuck Action mixtape and actually fuck, crazy, insane.
Shout out to Lil Flip.
Shout out to Lil Flip. I think, man, it's so hard. That's so rough, G.
Yeah.
I think I'm gonna have to go with. As much as I hate to say it, that's so rough, man.
Yeah.
It's hard.
Understandable.
You know what? Fuck that. Let me go local. I'm gonna go local. I'm gonna bring it back. Let me go with Mike Love.
Shit, Mike Love.
Cause right, I want to hear that Mike Love code as hell. Like that's what I want to hear on my shit. It was rough. It was rough.
Yeah.
It was a toss up. You know, it's another person I like, low key. That people I like Bigger Rankin. Bigger Rankin talks so much shit on them 2 Chainz tapes, boy. It's the OG Bigger Rankin. Like,
but I don't know if this counts. But if it could count, if Manny Fresh can talk shit like he do on them intros on Cash Money before I freestyle, Manny would have to be up there in the top.
Okay.
But if we doing it right now, like right now, if you was like to come in the studio and a DJ called you and said freestyle, who you going to?
Right now.
Like you gonna go on Shade 45 or some shit like that, or you know.
Just because of the nostalgia, I'm gonna go with Premier.
I can see that. Yeah,
We'll go with Premier.
I still think I have to go Flex right there, just because I feel like I seen people put their best foot forward when they go on Flex. Like to me, that was like the rebirth of Meek. Then I just seen Loaded Lux out of nowhere. Just
Oh my God, body that shit.
dog.
And I'm not even a freestyle like watcher like that.
Yeah, but Lux went off.
That made me like waste a good 8 minutes of my life, and I was like okay with it.
It's something I gotta bring up just because you brought it up, Fresh. I made a vow to myself after my last time going to the Portage Theater that I would never go there again. I said I'm never going to this shitty place again. Portage Theater, it's a piece of shit. Like, I'm sorry, and I'm being nice. It's a dump. However, the Portage Theater, November 4th, the good folks at Fake Show Drive, I fuck with them. They are bringing back and reuniting Manny Fresh and Baby to perform as the Big Timers. Honestly, I'm low-key scared of that shit because I damn near feel like I don't even know how that happens in 2017.
Man.
But hey, you know what? If they said they doing it, I fully believe them. So I feel like I need to be there just to confirm that it actually happens.
All the drug dealers.
All
of the drug dealers.
It's November 4th. It's going to be just cold enough for niggas to bring their minks out. Just cold enough for niggas
Minks
to bring
and Pellies will reign supreme.
I try to explain to people too, like, I'm a Baby fan. Like, minus this bullshit, like the shit talking that man do, it inspires me. You know what I mean? He up there like with Ric Flair and shit. Like, so Baby is like, to me, Baby was never a rapper. Like everybody like, oh, he rap, he weak.
Nah,
like
he used to always say, I'm a game
spitter. And that's what I'm saying. That's my baby mama say she on the pill, but the bitch say she pregnant again. Let's go. I got enough brains and enough change to change your motherfucking life. Get me the fuck out of here, pretty boy. Put me back in my project. I'm finna watch Ball of Black. When
You know what? I need to go to that. I feel like I need to go. I need to break my rule, go to that event. But speaking of dope ass events,
Yes.
Friday night,
Yes.
Yes.
Jack Daniels, Arts, Beats, and Life. So every year, that's like a go-to. Like if I could create a guide, that is a go-to event every year.
It made your list.
It's a go-to because, for one, all the different shit it merged together, right? So it merged together art. Granted, it's not strictly black art, but I feel like this is new art.
Right.
And a lot of times when people hear art, they be thinking of like old art, or they be thinking of that art that like, your mom and them got on the wall, or like the black people going to church and all that. Like the artwork that looked like Drake Nothing Was the Same album cover.
Oh, man.
That art.
And please don't say the Black Panther paintings or the rugs.
Right. You be thinking of like how like I would feel like every 1 in 5 black households got the prints of the actual paintings that they used on the Cosby Show. Every 1 in 5 black households got them on the wall.
I'm sure of it. I'm sure.
So this is new artwork. I mean, like, dude, like, listen, people put their foot in this artwork.
Yeah.
Luckily, we were there. We got a tour of the artwork. We got a lot of artwork explained to us, talk about how it was created. Some real incredible shit, like some dope ass artwork. Jay Dilla. Fresh, tell them about your favorite piece.
Oh, my favorite piece. It was like it looked like Adina Howard. The girl reminded me.
Man.
The girl reminded me.
I wasn't even talking about that one, but yeah, talk about that one too.
It was 2 pieces rather. Yeah. It was Adina Howard. It looked like her album cover when she was naked, but it was spent around more. It was like a lady rubbing her throat and like covering her breasts at the same time. But the background of it was like original X-Men comic book. And I was like, oh shit, that shit cold. Yeah, I'm gonna post a picture. But then my favorite piece, like that Dion was alluding to, was the Magneto X.
Yes.
It was Malcolm X, but he had on the Magneto helmet. Man, and in the I don't know the exact words that was next to it, but like something about the man knew, like he who controls mind controls the words, controls the minds of the people or some shit. But it was real dope, man. I looked at that piece for like 5 minutes. I like double backed and look at it again. It was real dope, man. And just hearing how the artist was putting those pieces together, man, it was crazy. Like the warehouse in Atlanta, he said it was like a legit warehouse, like bogus, abandoned, like the one big door that opens up. And he was saying how one guy drove from like Houston to Atlanta in a pickup truck, and he had like all his equipment in the back of the pickup truck and shit. Yeah, that was dope as hell, man. But they snapped, Joe. That event was super dope. I wish I could make it to the signature event that's going to be in Atlanta at the Mercedes-Benz Stadium. I know that's going to be off the chain, man. What about you, man? You see anything that you like?
The Magneto X picture definitely grabbed my attention. I'm trying to think. There were a couple of other pieces. I can't think them off the top of my head right now. My favorite part of the event, of course, those who know me know I have.
Let me jump in front of you.
Go ahead.
One, because you left out a detail about that Magneto X, because I had to pull it up because it's a constant theme in the X-Men. The top left of the Magneto X is Martin Luther King.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. As
cerebral, like he had cerebral.
So we know, of course, people always make that comparison. Malcolm X is Magneto, and Martin Luther King is Professor X. Mm-hmm. And he actually got that up in the corner with Martin Luther King as that with an M over his head. That's all I want to add. But yeah, that's super dope.
Yeah, that was cool.
It's five racks. If anybody want to donate $5,000 to me to buy that, I appreciate it.
If you could, we can have one of our friends with a nice dope art collection, so we can all be bougie together.
Yes, thanks.
Yes, so we can just sit around the Magneto X picture with peace pipes.
Yeah, and talk about worldly things.
And smoker robes.
I say the robes on fucking jackets, Masterpiece Theater and shit.
Yes. Rubbing a pug. Here on Negro Peace Theater.
Right, Negro Peace Theater.
Let me check on my stocks.
Yeah, the event was dope as hell. For those who know me, I know my love and affinity for music below the Mason-Dixon line. And one of its ambassadors was the performer for the night, Bun B. Fresh, could you describe to the people how excited I was?
Hey, listen.
Like, y'all think I like Nuck If You Buck, but I really like Bun B a lot.
Y'all don't understand. Like, a lot of people, they know Bun B, but they don't know his lyrics and stuff. So they was like, just standing there being regular idiots. I don't know if it was the liquor, but everybody's standing still. Then you just look over there and Ant having a time of his life.
Baby.
Like, right at the front. He recording himself. He jumping around. He knowing every lyric, Joe. It was so hilarious. And I'm like, let's go, Ant. Let's go, Ant. He pointing this shit like.
I was trying to tell Bun, like, hey, I'm here, baby. Like, these motherfuckers in front of me are, like, in the way.
Yes, they don't know about these Texas boys.
Boy, man. Bun B does something to me when he quotes, "I'll never fuck a hoe without head no more." It's just
legit.
That once a man fully grasps that line and adopts it as a lifestyle, his life changes. He can never go back.
Changes. You stop settling for less.
You stop settling
in all aspects of life.
You know what? I want to bring up something
Go
about
ahead.
Bun B, because me personally, everybody knows I told the story 100 times, but I literally love Bun B.
Mm-hmm.
The reason why he was somebody that, as a rap fan, I adopted so early. I always tell the story. 5th grade, y'all know I performed Musiq, Pocket Full of Stones.
Yes.
But here's the shit. Recently, Bun B did a podcast interview with the Rap Radar podcast. Mm-hmm. What I loved is that he went real in depth about his struggles with mental health.
Man.
And he was like real open and honest and candid about struggles that he has just with mental health and dealing with being in the public eye and just people. And, he talked about being in treatment and therapy. Literally, nigga, I was like, yo, like, this is a dude I always looked at as like one of the most powerful dudes with all this shit together. And it was so crazy. It was so many gems dropped. He talked about, so many things with Pimp C. And Pimp C is a folk hero at this point.
Yes.
And rightfully so, when you hear these stories about Pimp C. But he talked about his struggles with mental health. He talked about how, I believe, like, it was either a Grammy that Beyonce won for like Check Up on It, and he was on there with Slim Thug. Mm-hmm. He talked about missing the Grammys because him and his wife both have mental health struggles. And they had an incident like literally they were in the hotel, they were in LA, they were like dressed like they were like literally ready. And his wife, had an episode, and he was talking about how he's had episodes, and I was like, yo, like, this is crazy, because it's like a lot and to hear somebody of that stature go through that kind of made me reflect, like, yo, like, if this person could do it and go through it and face it head on, it just made me like feel like more, like I was like, yo, like, that made me respect him so much more, because people don't talk about that, especially people in the rap culture and of Bun status.
Yeah, I mean, just to even piggyback on that, I listened to part of that interview as well, and I mean, just if I can be transparent about myself for a minute, like, I've had like the rockiest year I can even imagine, and I'm even considering just me personally, myself, to get, therapy sessions and counseling just to, because we cope with so much shit, and we don't got to be a rap superstar. Right. You could just be a regular Joe Schmo, 9 to 5, and like just all the shit that we deal with, and we like, it's cool, I'll get through it. It's cool, I get through it. I gotta be strong for the fam. I gotta be strong for the guys. And like, man, like, you get to a point where like you got to be honest with yourself, where it's like, man, like, I'm taking like extra long naps. I'm taking like multiple naps in a day, and I'm like avoiding like shit that I could be doing. Like, not like, and you'll disguise it because like you're taking care of yourself with your basic necessities, but like you gotta know yourself at the same time, and you find yourself feeling trapped and lost at times, and and just tired all the time, and you just got to be real with yourself. And I think with anybody, like, let's just start being more open, more real with ourselves, and put yourself around people who you trust, who can like kind of check you and tell you, like, like, man, like, it's all right, the guys got you, like, but your guys can get you, but like, people will push you into like getting the help that you need. So yeah, that's just being honest and being real.
And that's crazy that you say that, because I was just having this conversation with someone who was like it's not. Sometimes you just need to go get checked up. You know what I'm saying? Everything is not physical. Sometimes it's mental inside of you that you really don't know, and you need to go see a professional for that. Like, just think about it. If you have a car, right, and all you get is oil changes and rotate the tires. I mean, well, who's really checking the engine? You know what I mean? And that's what your brain is. Like, sometimes you need people just to go through those things. Like, hey, how are you doing? How was this? How would you handle this situation? And that's what professionals are for. It's not. You don't always have to go to the doctor when it's a crisis. Right? You know what I mean? Don't go to the doctor. Try to be more proactive. You know what I'm saying? It reminds me, I don't know why I always tie a lot of stuff to church, but anyway, like, you know, the pastor says, don't pray when you need it, pray before you need it. You know what I'm saying? For the strength. So that's one of the things I think we really do need to be more proactive of. And it's just not Ant, it's just not me, it's not Dion. It's like the black community as a whole. We just do not believe in mental health issues. Like, that shit just doesn't affect us, but it really does. And we really do need to do something about it. I would love to see more people going to therapy. It's nothing to be embarrassed about, but sometimes you need to let it out.
Hey, black people, we be working hard as fuck.
Yes.
Right? So we in life, we deal with a lot, and we be working hard as hell. And we make sure, we be like, man, I need the job with the good benefits. And I get, that's one benefit. If they had some type of percentage, we are not using those benefits far enough, you know what I'm saying, as a whole. You know, as men, we don't use them enough. And the crazy part about it is that, you know, I've been to therapy before. The thing about therapy is that people feel like, I think a lot of the stigma is you feel like you're sitting down with somebody who's judging you. And when I tell you that the therapist that I saw, it was the furthest from that. It was such a free-flowing conversation. Some of the best conversation you'll have is some of the best self-reflection you'll have. You know what I mean? And you'll find out that these people are those professionals. They've been through all that for a reason. You know what I'm saying? And I'm sorry, like, you know, no diss to nobody, but if somebody be like, yeah, I took them psychology classes, that person ain't qualified to be a therapist. You know what I'm saying? You need to go sit in a room on the couch with somebody who's going to keep all your shit confidential. And you know that. You know, I always say, go do it, because it's nothing like a view into your life from somebody who's just unbiased as fuck.
Right.
And think of the alternative. Like you said, you know, people be afraid, like, oh, the therapist is going to judge me. Well, who would you rather have judging you? The like trained professional, or like the motherfucker who, like, you know, like, kind of knows your life, but kind of be hating on you at the same. Like, look, motherfuckers are going to judge you anyway. So you might as well go get judged on the couch by a professional.
Go get judged by a professional.
And, like, for real, like, you know, and like, it's so hard just being black in today's society. Like, just exclude your personal problems. Like, just like I have like racist fatigue now. Like,
we do.
I swear to God, like, honestly, when this Dove shit hit, like, motherfucker, like, you ain't made no Facebook post about it. Like, I'm tired. Like, like, at the end of the day, we are still prejudiced. We are still we're still set back. There's a racial divide. I get it. I'm not about to argue about Dub. Like, I don't care anymore. Like, you know, whatever. They fucked up. The end for me. Debate with your drunk uncle over the last piece of the turkey leg. I don't care. Like, I have, like, just on those issues, I have fatigue. And then you pour on life to that shit, and the mother your co-workers want to talk about the race issues at work. I'm like, nah, fam, nah. I just came and do spreadsheets and go home. That's it. I don't talk about shit else. Cause I'm tired. I'm tired, man. I'm tired.
I tell my coworkers now, you know, me being a janitor, if it ain't about Fabuloso, I don't want to hear about it. Like, I'm at that
Fabuloso only, baby.
You know what I'm saying? Because I'm really at the point now, like, you always hear the term about don't talk about religion and politics at the workplace. And then you really do, like, you ever fall into one of those categories and stuff, man, and you're like, damn. But I can tell, quick thing off the subject that's crazy that I did talk about at work, and I just got fed up. I'm turning the camera on myself because we get a lot of complaints. So I ain't gonna say complaints. We get a lot of opinions and stuff based. They say that this is a male. What they say? A male what?
Male entitlement podcast.
A male entitlement podcast, and we don't uplift women enough. So I overheard a coworker at work talking about she's tired. You know, she has to take naps here and there because she worked so many jobs. Then I was thinking like, hold the fuck up. Don't you got a boyfriend? She like, yeah. And I'm like, hold on, listen to me. I'm gonna tell you this. And I ain't never talked to you like this ever. We don't even have that kind of relationship. But I'm gonna tell you this today. Mm-hmm. There's no way you should have 3 jobs and tired with a boyfriend. What the fuck is he doing? Where you have to have 3 jobs. You know what I mean? You out here, you got your regular job. Goddamn it, you probably selling Avon, selling wraps. You know what I mean? Natural hair care products, right. Couponing, and driving Lyft and Uber. There's no way that you should have to go through all that with a boyfriend. So, ladies, I'm telling you out here today, and it's not just her.
Is she saving up for some shit for her own goals?
No, this is
they live together.
I think so.
Okay.
But this isn't just her. It's like so many women at my job have multiple jobs, and I'm like, right. What the fuck is going on in the world that y'all need to have all these jobs? You should not have a significant other living carefree and you're working that many jobs. No way. I'm like, no way should you have a boyfriend. I need to know what he's bringing to the table, because if you have 3 jobs,
I get it.
He better not be unemployed. He better not be underemployed. None of that. You know what I'm saying? Unless, like Ann said, are you working on something big? Are you trying to get a house? Are you trying to get a car? And basically, from what I understand, it's just regular maintenance, just trying to maintain. And I feel like, hey, man, you could do bad by yourself, sugar. Go get
if she working 3 jobs,
man, you better holler at the auntie or mama, see if you can move back in the basement or something, get you a studio, because ain't no way, no reason that you should be putting that toll on yourself. I believe so. I didn't want to ask all those questions. Like I said, I barely talked to her, so I just jumped in on some thug shit. But I don't know, Joe. I don't know. Like I really got mad, and I was trying to stay out of those issues. Relationship problems, not my problem. But I felt like that was the time that I needed to step in as a man and tell her, like, hey, that's not right. You know what I'm saying? You deserve better, sugar.
Did you say sugar?
I called her sugar too. Like, you deserve better, sugar. And I really don't cape for everybody. I don't even know if I really get along with her, but I don't really cape with everybody for everybody. Right, but that was just something I felt like needed to be said.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. Here's my famous phrase. Here's the shit. Here's the shit.
Take a shot every time you hear Dion say it.
Take a shot, you hear me say here's the shit or interesting. The thing about that is that when people are doing those things, I think a lot of times we're so conditioned to think work, and I get it. I think when you find yourself in a position where you're working like that, where you're always working, one of the things you need to really do is probably sit down with a financial professional and really think about your expenses, your income versus your expenses and things like that. Because you can definitely work yourself into the hospital. You can work yourself into the grave. You can drive yourself crazy by doing that. So I think a lot of times you just have to kind of adjust your life and see, okay, not to say I'm not going to tell anybody stop what they're doing in terms of working like that, but I sit down with somebody and say, hey, I need to look at my income, versus my expenses. Right now, it's so many of those tools built in. You know what I'm saying? Like right now, if I log into my Bank of America, it's going to say, hey, Dion, you are spending this much. You have this much coming into your account and this much coming out, this much going out. So it's going to tell me that. So, use mint.com, use things so you can get a glimpse, because a lot of times you end up fucking just working and not realizing that you just spending. Yep. And if you can get a good count on that, then maybe you'll have more free time to adjust, and it won't be just you working so hard and you just spending the fuck out the money. You know what I'm saying? Like, if you working hard, I want you to look up and say, damn, my savings is dope. You know what I'm saying? Or maybe you need to cut back in the area. I just think you just get a good glimpse of your finances so you can say, all right, this is the position that I want to be at, and develop a plan to work towards that. So you don't work yourself into an early grave. And if you with a motherfucker who ain't working like that, and that person is in your long-term plans, and you working like 3 jobs, and that motherfucker working 1, and they just cool and chilling,
shit, playing 2K.
Y'all, you know what? Let's take it back to the original point. Y'all need to go to counseling together then, if so y'all can see what the fuck is going on. Real shit.
Yeah, that's real.
And the one thing I'll adjust to that, they have counseling for all kinds of shit. It's financial counseling y'all can go through, all type of shit, man. Like even me, I had when I had my health issues early this year, I went to a doctor's appointment. Regular doctor's appointment for me just to check up after I had a stroke. And what's crazy, the doctor, super cool. Actually, I had a doctor. Dude was so cool. Dude named Dr. Jane. Dr. Jane moved to Philadelphia on me. So they scheduled another appointment. Another doctor came in. Super cool lady. So we talking, and I liked her because she was kind of chubby. Like, you know what I'm saying? And I was like, okay, she understands my plight. And then she brought in actually like what they call like almost like a food psychologist, something like a diet psychologist. So she came in there just to talk to me about like the psychology behind the food choices that I make and shit like that. And I was just sitting there, and it was a young black woman. I feel like she was probably like around 25. And just the conversation we had was like so dope. And it was funny because we was talking about everything from like shopping and I was telling her about the nigga queue, and I was showing her pictures. I said, "Look at this shit. This how I live. This how I live, baby. This is how I live, baby." Like, so yeah. And it was funny. She was like, "Oh, I thought you were talking about a little backyard barbecue." I was like, nah. You know what I'm saying? So yeah, so I just say, definitely. I feel like people, basically all I'm saying when I say all this shit is just prepare yourself.
Yes.
Just think about it.
And find yourself a release. Find you some kind of stress reliever. Something that you could do that you could just, just tunnel out, or whatever, the outside world where you hear nothing. Like me, I don't know. My stress reliever probably is just music. Like I listen to some reggae or something like that, man. I just zone out. And people like say in the morning, "Maro, you don't drink coffee?" No, I don't need no damn coffee. I listen to music. You know what I'm saying? Music gets me ready for the day. I can get lost in music. I can look up 3 hours done passed because I'm making playlists, or I done heard a song that made me think of another song that led to another song. So find you a stress reliever, man. You can't go through the same process every day. Things that stress you out and think, "Oh no, I'm gonna make it through." That's crazy. That's just running in a maze that you don't know the exit for. So please try to find your stress reliever out there, black people.
Got to be careful with music though. Sometimes you listen to certain songs, they take you down an alley that you wasn't ready for.
I ain't listening to no. What's my man name? Hathaway. Oh no, that man come on, I'm pressing fast forward fast as fuck.
Man, shit.
Everything that man say, giving up. Hey, hold on.
It's so many songs that just could take you down the wrong path,
Bruh.
like you be sitting there. It's listen, I like it's an artist I really like right now named Boogie, and I literally can't get enough of Boogie. I listen to Boogie so much, and he got an album called Thirst 48.
Boy, that first track on there.
Listen,
fuck that shit.
It's so many fucking songs on that, and it's just talking about real life relationships. And this one, he was real, because he was talking about, let me tell you. He said a line like, "Let me tell you what this liquor do." He was like, "Got me texting bitches I barely know, like what you finna do." I was like. I was like, what? I was like, see, nigga. I was like, I feel like everybody who drink yak heard that line and probably stopped it. So I ain't listening to this shit right now. Like,
bruh, I be listening to this shit at my work there, so I just be making faces like, yeah. You know who take me to like Musiq Soulchild, but not like first album shit. Like his later albums be like kind of trash, but he'll have like 1 or 2 songs, and so like. I think his second to last album, he got a song called Outer Space. And like, yeah, you listen to that shit and you just sit there like, man, life comes at you fast.
Oh, yeah. That's how it is.
Yeah. It's a song like involving like relationships and the ending of them. Like, I played that song a lot.
Yeah, that's how I am with Stevie Wonder and Ty Dolla $ign.
those two people couldn't be more different.
Boy, I
It's
just
crazy,
made a face.
Because I don't understand how I can go from Summer Soft to Zaddy. I don't know, but
Ty Dolla $ign, he got it though. I like
I
him a
love
lot.
Ty Dolla $ign.
Yeah,
That song "Work" with and Casey Veggies on that song.
Work.
he don't fuck around.
She couldn't get to work.
Yeah.
Okay.
Thought I gonna fuck him.
Speaking of music, G. Speaking of music, BET Awards.
Huh?
BET Awards. BET. I be having the hardest time saying BET. BET Hip Hop Awards just went down.
Yes.
It was weird this year because it was in Miami. It looked like it was in like a movie theater, but it wasn't. Like they had a real stage. It was.
Was that what the first Source Awards was at?
It looked like where the Source Awards Suge was at.
That's
It looked like
I'm like, is that the one that Suge was at?
It looked like Suge about to pop up in that bitch though.
It's like a high school auditorium.
Yeah, and it'd be so funny looking at the crowd because it's like I feel like are they shuffling people in and out? Like we can't stay. There ain't no real like shots of the crowd. Like I feel like all the stars be in the back and they like to go sit in this seat and then you can leave. But it was an interesting show. I fuck with it because it was in Miami and there was a lot of stress about hurricane relief and they highlighted a lot of the work that the artist was doing that was from Houston, that was from Miami about the hurricane. I fuck with it. They had the players come out. Few of the NFL players came out to talk about them kneeling. Why they kneel? I was like, I see you, BET. You know what I'm saying? I fuck with that. They also had the Cyphers. They had the Cyphers. The Cyphers, to me, people was acting like they was disappointed about the Cyphers. I watched it the next day and I was like, I'm not disappointed. Like, it was some niggas rapping their ass off. Like, to me, like, Sigh always raps his ass off. I feel like
I've never heard a bad freestyle from Sigh.
I feel like he may not do shit else all year but the Cypher. And every Cypher he say he got an album coming. I'm like, where the fuck is this album at, nigga? So I like Black. A lot of people don't know his name, but like, cause it looked like Six Black was cold. But his was dope. I ain't like T Grizzly, but I don't like T Grizzly as a rapper really too much as a person.
Too much as a person.
So
I wasn't going that far, but fuck it.
Yeah,
they met each other before.
I don't really
as a rapper or a person.
I don't pull punches, man. It was one dude, a Latino dude who was talking about from the Bronx, like talking about bringing back and point. I feel like he didn't like nobody he was rapping with because he left that whole scene. He came up in his verse. I ain't seen him before his verse or after his verse. He just left. And he was talking about leaving rappers in body bags and shit, and then he left.
Into it with everybody.
Yeah, like, DJ Premier was looking like a little let down by some of the freestyles.
I think it wasn't as like other years. Like we probably had two quotables. I think 2 or 3 quotables.
You know what? The hard thing about the Cyphers is that every year the rappers are. So we can agree that lyrical rap is kind of not where it's at.
Yeah.
But
agree on that.
The shit about that is I don't know how BET actually curates these, right? So somebody's behind the scenes, somebody's picking out the Cyphers, and I always feel like it's like a group of people that I'm not sure how much they know about actual rap and how it's happening to get the people that people want to see, or even know just the people who want to know. It's always to me this. When you look at rap right now and the niggas is actually like rapping, putting out songs, every one of them bars is pre-written, right? The only person who said they didn't write they rap was T Grizzly, but that was clearly a lie. But
Dion is on that with T Grizzly.
I'm on that with T Grizzly, man. So the crazy part is I'm like, did we get like Herbo should have been on it. Like, yes. No bullshit. Herbo should have been on that. We should have probably got a Montana verse, Montana of 300.
Yes.
Think about wife and you.
Man, we should have probably got him. And it was a lot of different people that we should have had on there from different places rapping. It was a few New York people missing. I feel like we missed out on some key female rappers rapping as well.
Did Rhapsody hit the Cypher?
Yeah, I think so.
I don't think I've seen her.
I thought she did.
But like we need it. It's the other rapper I like Princess Nokia, I believe. Like it's a lot of people that we missed, and I feel like BET kind of, you know, they try to bring the new blood in there, and I get that. But then it's like, you know, Fat Joe was freestyling, so I get it. But
man, that's
his was, and I love Fat Joe, but that was like horrible. I don't even know why he was up there. Like,
I'm thinking real Fat Joe.
Yeah,
rap,
I was thinking this about to be digging in the crates, Fat Joe.
Caught a Gina.
Yeah, and then he threw out that weird line about I got a girl named Nikki and she's sipping on Remy. I was like, what do you mean? Like I wanted to stop. What you mean by that?
Let's cut the shit.
Cut the shit. Cut the shit, man. So yeah, man, the ciphers are always interesting. I always want to see who declined to rap too, because I know a lot of people decline to rap. You know, because I want Royce the 5'9" to rap every year on the cipher.
Every year.
Every year. I want Fab to freestyle every year on the ciphers. Cause he did it before and lit the bitch up like.
Yeah.
So you know, I want to hear like, you know, Joe Budden rap, and I want to hear a lot of the new rappers, because I feel like too. Here's the shit. Offset is rapping at such a high level.
Offset.
I know that Offset would have had a verse that would have just torched the shit.
Yes.
And people would have been like, maybe he can't rap. Like, but people still don't get it, because like, I feel like when you put a beat into it, people don't really understand the Offset be going off.
Like, and I also feel like you said, who was putting these together? Because we needed an Atlanta cipher. Like, imagine if we had Offset, Quavo, Thugger, 21, and Gucci.
Yeah.
Like tears.
They're real tears, right? For all my dirty down southers who wear blouses, let's go. You know how much Sadiddy rap would have been rapped right there, boy.
I wouldn't even want Quavo to rap. I just want him to stand there with all his jewelry on.
Right, that's what I say. You know how Sadiddy niggas would have been right there?
Yeah, and then, you know what? It's some of them, like, Thugger raps too good. I wouldn't even want him to rap either. But you know who I want to rap? Like, I want them to pull out other random people from Atlanta, like, who could really rap. Like
Trouble.
Nah, not even him. Like, I like Trouble, but like, I want to hear like Rollo weird voice ass rap. Him, Pee Wee Longway. It's a dude named Cousin Stiz. It's another cat that's down with Grand Hustle who can rap. Like, you know what I'm saying? Just pull them out there. You know what I'm saying? And then give us just one legend cipher. One like damn near like at the fucking, they coming out the Shaolin, Wu-Tang, not even them guys, but just like give us Royce, give us Fab, give us them in one cipher.
Give me an old Ludacris. Just dust them off.
Come out of nowhere. Come out
off a cipher.
Just one verse, what? You true, because if you tell Luda, I want you in the cipher, but here's who's also gonna be in the cipher.
Yes,
Luda's gonna be like, okay, oh, nigga, that's what we on.
Yeah. Yes.
Give me Tip, Luda, Tip, Luda.
I would cry. Oh my God, I would.
Fab, Royce.
I'm in his shape.
And actually, as an old, because I know he'd do it if these. Give me an old Cameron. Give me them in one cipher by themselves.
Yes,
from TV.
Yeah.
Yes,
that's about to be like
pink Pelican.
That's regardless of rain, snow, sleet, or hell, choking niggas like I'm Spreewell, Golden State. Like, that's like, give me that nigga, and then it's about to be a rap.
Let's talk about the cases I get. Court case,
give me your top 3 in a cipher that you want to see. Like, any era. But rap it now. Like, but yeah, just give me top 3 that you want to see in the cipher.
Okay, if we just talking about cipher again,
yeah,
I'm throwing Luda in there, because no matter what your opinion of Luda is, again, if you tell him who he's rapping with, he is going to at least meet the level. Yeah. And if you need an example, Made You Look remix with Nas and Jada. He was not short stepping on that motherfucker at all.
You better float, young son.
Chris. Don't be mad just because Luda went to go get the bag. He went to get the bag.
He went
to go get the bag. Shit.
But like, man, like, yeah. So definitely Luda. only got 2 more, so I got to come with it. I'm excluding Jay and Eminem because that's for people who want to say all the time. I want to throw them on there. Freestyle only. Royce and Joe Buttons.
Okay.
Luda, Royce, and Joe.
I'm weird. Like my cipher had to be like some people who would never be together in the same room, but I can see them together. So
Like that Rihanna freestyle from some years ago,
Bruh.
Rihanna. I got my 3. I think it'll be weird, but I think it'll be crazy too. It'll be Nas. I need Chip Tooth Nas. I talk about Chip Tooth who fucked his tooth off on the bars, the projects. I need that Nas. I need braided to the side Pusha T. I need his braids to the side, and I need it to be like 7 drug dealers from Virginia in the room with him, so he can really have
the Pusha T. Like when you look in the camera, you know how Pusha T eyes don't move when he be rapping.
Yeah,
like it be low key scary. But
yeah,
braids to the side Pusha.
And I need my boy because I feel like he underrated, but I think he'll get up to it. My boy Tyler. I think Tyler. He'll show off for a cipher. Look, yeah, I never seen him in that. What song was that he did when they was acting a fool in the studio?
Right Now.
Yes.
Yeah, I can see.
I can see Tyler getting up to
I would want to see Tyler in that environment. I don't know exactly what he would do, but I would be very curious to see him in that environment.
You know the story I always tell. I saw that nigga rap freestyle in person. He can go.
Yeah,
he's freestyle on Fairfax. That nigga can go.
Yeah, I have to put Nas, Tyler, and Pusha T just to satisfy all my love. You know, I got the knowledge, I got the drugs, and then I just got the wild nigga.
Then you got the wild nigga.
All right, Dion, I'm highly anticipating your answer here.
It better not be no shit like KRS-One, Rakim,
Ras Kass.
You know,
corrupt.
You know, corrupt would probably fade. I have the
corrupt
niggas
could
out
be
there.
up there while they bullshit.
Corrupt could be up there.
Honorable mention of Kung Fu Kenny.
Kung Fu fucking Kenny. Yeah, you know, Kung Fu is hard. This it's rough for me. This is rough for me
because 3 is hard.
Yeah, 3
is hard. 3 is hard. Like,
I had to leave
because you be thinking about 5 really.
Bruh,
like,
I had to leave off Young T.I. You know how hard that was for me.
Yeah.
But I know who lyrically won that beef. I won't admit it on the mic. Anywho.
Give me, you know, I'm gonna stick with kind of what Fresh is going when he say that he want people who wouldn't normally
be in the booth, right?
It's rough because I don't want to use anybody to try to name, but I have a deep love for like Royce and Joe Budden, but I'm gonna let them sit this one out. You can give me. You know, I gotta get a West Coast nigga in there.
Yeah.
I gotta get a West Coast nigga there. You know what? Give me from. I need a Chicago nigga too, because you know. Give me actually from Chicago. Who do I want in my cipher? That's rough.
We gonna have to make this a question of the day or something.
Yeah, somebody people in my cipher from Chicago. Damn, it's hard as fuck to say because I could do all Chicago cipher, but I can't.
Montana.
I'm not rolling with Montana actually.
Yeah, you get Chief.
I
gotta get Chief.
I ain't gonna lie.
I can't put Chief in the cipher
because the movement's gonna be there.
Hey,
now it's a party.
Chief, since he been out though.
You know what? Okay. You know I could do it because now I'm thinking of the visual. Right?
Yeah, right.
So they was all like outside in these weird. Give me Bump because first off, Bump seen in the cipher gonna be like 200 people.
Yeah,
it's gonna be Bump. It's gonna be Shake next to him, and it's gonna be 200 people. It's gonna be Goon Squad hats, and it's gonna be like real goons.
All kind of 71st in exchange.
Give me So you can give me Bump. You can give me Bump, and then since Bump is there, Bump. See, that's now it sets the tone, right? So now the tone is set. So you give me Bump J in the cipher. Now we're gonna take this to. I want to go like I don't even know who from the West would fit in with Bump, but you know what? Let's go down south to.
Don't say like 0 or something.
Nope. Give me Ross.
Thank you.
Give me Bump.
Yes. I didn't say my boy.
Yes.
I just
Give
hope
me
he got
Bump.
said.
Yes.
Give
Ross.
me Bump.
Yes.
Give me Ross.
Ross slides right in there.
This is an ignorant ass cipher.
Yeah.
Bumping Ross
Oh
first
my
time.
God. It's gonna be
Bumping
nothing.
Ross.
It's gonna be nothing but dirty flip flop and luxury rap.
And checkers.
Bump.
And checker fries
Ross.
everywhere.
And you know what? Since I gotta have somebody West Coast in my cipher, I'm a cheat. I'm a cheat on this one, but I have to.
Mm-hmm.
Give me Schoolboy.
Oh.
I was just thinking of that.
Ooh,
That
I can
shit's
see
ignorant.
that.
That's just an ignorant
It'd be so
cipher
much
already.
weed. Bump would be the only person not wearing glasses in the whole studio. Everybody else have on sunglasses.
I almost went with Nipsey, but I was like, nah, give me Schoolboy, because Schoolboy gonna say ignorant shit on purpose.
Yeah.
Could you now? I'm a big fan, like you said, of imagery. So could you imagine that though? Like Ross pulling up. You know, me go come just cause me gotta come.
He ain't got shit else
Wale
going on.
might not come because that's a little too much for him. Like that's way too thugged out for him. But Meek, he on that. Meek got like 6 dudes from Philly who all got on little t-shirts and big chains. I could just see Chicago just in effect. You know what I'm saying? Just like overdressed for no reason. You know how we get. We overdressed for no. Where you going? Oh, I got to go to Target. Yeah, like overdressed. Oh man. Then you just throw in Schoolboy Q. He'd probably come in that bitch in the winter with some shorts, long socks, and a hoodie on.
Right. Exactly.
Oh, it'd be so.
Yeah, it'll be.
If Bump be out, if anybody out there listening know Bump, we need Bump on the show. We need Bump on the show.
And like for real, know him, not like
Not
you
like
know. May
my
have heard
cousin
of
used to
him, like,
talk to his nephew or something like that. Nah.
Well, I do know people that know Bump. The only thing, like, you know, the world then went with Bump, and I feel like Bump got big shit brewing, so we may not be big enough for Bump yet. and Bump's still the same Bump. Bump don't like to do interviews like that. True. You know what I'm saying? But it'll happen. So yeah, the imagery would be dope. I would be scared of Ross because who knows what Ross would do on any given day. Like one day Ross would be with Lil Haiti, and then the next day he'll show up with like nothing but like Nation of Fruit of Islam behind him. You'd be like, all right, man. Here's another thing I want to bring up, and it's related to the awards, but not exactly. Uncle Luke. Yes. Uncle Luke, he got the pretty much a Lifetime Achievement Award. It was super dope, him talking about hip hop and talking about doing business. And I think it was super dope because he talked about a lot of the business in rap that he kind of went through behind the scenes. And, you know, he talked about creating a parental advisory sticker, because they tried to ban his music. But I think, too, what I really liked was the blueprint he talked about that he laid that a lot of time he don't get credit for. Mm-hmm. He talked about, like, the football leagues that he created, that he coached. And I didn't know Devontae Freeman came up through his leagues.
Bruh.
Wow.
And it was crazy. And then to top it off, he talked about how Luke's wife is a sports agent who negotiated Devontae Freeman's contract, who's the highest paid running back in the National Football League.
Dope shit.
I'm like, so now you got this guy who came up through your league, got a scholarship to school, and now your wife negotiating his contract.
Cool. Keep it in the family, baby.
You talk about being about the business.
Keep it in the family.
About that business.
Keep it in the family.
And what's crazy, when Khaled came on talking about Luke, and he's like, yo, fuck the bullshit. Luke gave me the opportunity. Mm-hmm. Pitbull, Luke gave me the opportunity. Mm-hmm. Ross, here's what Luke did for me. Mm-hmm. And I was like, yo, this is crazy, because literally everybody that came up through Miami, Khaled said he was selling cell phones before Luke told him, come to 99 Jams and DJ. Mm-hmm. I was like, yo, like Luke put on it, and I mean, not even to say you wouldn't, some of this you know, some of this you don't, but like, I'm like, yo, Luke put everybody the fuck on.
Yeah. and you know what's crazy? When you hear that mogul talk, you never hear Luke. You hear the J Princes, you hear the Puffs. You never hear about Luke. You know what I mean? And to hear all them people, man, even him, he was like, damn, man, Khaled, your ass got me for the cry.
Right.
Like, you know what I mean? But you can see that. That's kind of like we said when they was talking to Martin on the Def Comedy team. You saw that same emotion through them guys. Like, man, Joe, this dude helped us when Wayne even, you know what I'm saying? Wayne deserved to be in the same room with this cat. You know what I mean? Right. That's upstanding. Because me, I would have never thought. I mean, I know Luke is a big part of Miami culture, but I never
Right.
knew the business part. You know,
Right.
I'm just Doodle Brown crazy. I ain't know
Right.
he was really in there putting on for the teams like that.
Yeah, I think I start getting like a big picture of how deeply like revered he was in Miami. Just even the 30 for 30 U.
Yeah.
And then and it got to the point where it was like damn near no, they could not have made that without Luke.
Right. Right.
They couldn't have did that documentary at all.
Right.
Like I
Right.
bet you it was some white people in the back of ESPN like, could we like not put him in that much? And it was like you can't tell the story without Luke.
On the real.
You can't. And that's just like on like this. I love football on the side.
Mm-hmm.
Like man, like just listen to. I think you made me listen to a podcast a couple of years ago where Luke was talking and telling all his stories.
Oh
about,
yeah, I remember.
man, and that shit enlightened me so much. Like how him and Master P had a slight riff for a second
Right.
or whatnot. And it's just like the respect, like motherfuckers, you have to honor Luke in the South. You have to,
Yeah.
in the country. Period.
Yeah.
Shout out to
Got
Uncle
to.
Luke. I'm in Miami too.
I mean, it's like, you know, even something like that, even after you get the full gist of Luke's story and you think of that one line, you be like, hey, Drake, watch your ass. Like, you know, don't say Luke name, nigga. Like, you know, don't say Luke name unless you get approval. You know what I'm saying? Like, and, you know, the thing is, it's like, Luke was cursing so much during that speech, it was hilarious.
Yeah.
Because BET was letting him say shit, and I was like, oh, shit, they let Luke go, what? And I think, too, like, when you hear about it, and Luke was like, yo, I would come to your city, I would perform. They didn't want me to perform, and they would say, yo, these niggas from the South got 5-minute sets. And when you look at some of the old hip-hop flyers now, that concerts, and it's weird because you'll see 10 acts. But it was like legendary acts, you know, Run DMC, LL Cool J. But then it'd be like, you'll see the Luke's on there, but it's crazy because now you'll hear about like, yo, they gave them niggas literally 5 minutes. Could you imagine giving Two Live Crew 5 minutes? And then he said, I would come off stage, I would get arrested in your city. I would catch a charge. I would have to bond out. He said, so I got to go to work, I got to do this, and then I got to fight the law. I got to make music and fight the law. He was like, that was my life. And it was funny because, you know, when people say, like, yo, if Luke wouldn't have did that, who knows what you would have been able to say on the record.
Yep.
And I was like, yo, like, because, you know, it's the difference between fighting the law and Congress coming after you and having hearings on your shit.
Exactly.
Because they damn near don't even want to have it. They damn near, listen, they damn near don't want to have hearings when CEOs stealing millions and shit. They acting like it's a big deal, but Luke on there talking about, you know, hey, emo head. They want to have a hearing about that shit. You know,
Get it.
right. Now when you think about that shit, now you like, I couldn't imagine like the fucking just misappropriation of resources. Like, I just couldn't do it. Like, are we serious? We was wasting probably $100 million trying to fight lyrics in music.
Yeah.
So yeah,
Luke won though, man.
Yeah.
And shout out to Luke because that's really the reason why you was able to say whatever you wanted to say on records. Like, I know NWA came with the whole fuck the police and it was super tough, but Luke really was the reason for the parental advisory on records.
Without
and shit like that.
Uncle Luke, there would have never been a tip drill. Just think about that.
Just
shit.
think about that. Shit.
Just think,
Oh
just
my
like,
God.
just think of that sentence.
think of all the anthems we wouldn't have had. We wouldn't have had no fuck faces.
It
no,
would.
none of that.
Oh God.
I
BET
can't-
Uncut would not have existed.
I can't imagine life without fuck faces.
Definitely my top 10 underrated song. Like it's not talked enough. Like that song is a classic,
Yeah.
man.
Yeah. So yeah. Shout out to Uncle Luke, man. Eminem had a verse.
Yeah.
Yes.
Eminem had a verse.
Let me
Eminem ciphered.
rise above my racist fatigue for this.
Eminem had a verse. We don't even have to touch on it long. You know, it was a lot of, you know, back and forth about his verse. People, you know, felt certain ways, and a lot of people, you know, I remember I looked up, was like I said, I didn't see a lot, and people was just ape shit over the verse. Like it was like, you know, it was like a New Testament had dropped.
So we all gonna do like a Twitter description of this, right? A quick tweet.
Yeah.
Yeah, we could.
Because okay, I'll put it like this. It wasn't that good. it's more of what he said. It wasn't how he said it. You know what I mean? It was more of what he said. It wasn't like, oh shit, this a cold ass rap. No, it wasn't.
Right.
Don't overreact like this was just the best lyricism you ever heard in your life.
Right.
Second thing, black people, stop being. we so selfish. But we not selfish. We pick and choose when to be selfish with our culture.
Right.
Like, y'all know Eminem been rapping forever. Like, oh, now he's a culture vulture. And, like, because he said something against Trump. Like, he has the right to not like Trump, too. Just because he's white doesn't mean he doesn't have the right to not like. He don't know what we go through. He don't know. Eminem grew up poor in Detroit. He know what the fuck we went through. That's enough, y'all. Like, chill out, y'all. Just chill out. Just a little bit. Just a little bit.
Man, It came down to like a few arguments. Number one, let's start with the basic. Was the verse actually good? It was more like a spoken word type of demo than like a freestyle. As a freestyle, I didn't like it as a spoken word. Like, yeah, cool, that would have been dope. Like, was it the greatest thing since sliced bread? No, but it was cool. It was cool for the moment that the country is in. Like, props to him for doing that, but like it wasn't the coldest thing ever. So that's debate number one. Debate number two. Are we praising him more because he's a white guy that said this compared to like, other people like black rappers have been saying this for years and we haven't been praising them and blah blah blah. Like, man, I get it. Did you buy that black rapper's album though? I'm gonna ask this again for the people in the back of the church. Did you buy that black rapper's album that you claimed been saying this shit? Did you even take time to steal their music on Napster? No, you did not.
Good old Napster.
So, like, chill the fuck out with the hypocrisy.
Exactly. It ain't like for real with that. It ain't like you motherfuckers is the biggest Chuck D fans out here now. Let's be real. You know what I mean? Like,
yes,
you motherfuckers don't even know who Professor Griffin is.
Yeah, like, and I get it. Like, we, at this time, everybody is so combative with race wars, but but for real, like, you motherfuckers, I see motherfuckers talking about we weren't honoring dead prez. Were you using your dollars to buy a dead prez album? Did you even burn the CD? No.
It's bigger.
Yeah. So then, like, now it's like, is Eminem a culture vulture? Were you calling Eminem a culture vulture in 99, 2000, 2001? Like, let's be consistent with our arguments here. Like,
Eminem has been outspoken a while, and that's the interesting part. Like, I was like, what? Like, I'm not the biggest Eminem fan, but Eminem has some songs where you like. Eminem has a song called White America, and it's like the whole video is like Eminem has said some shit before, right?
Right.
Like, Eminem has said shit before, and it's like, listen, like, people do act like that. I think that's one of the things that you was getting at, Fresh, and I'm sorry to cut you off, Pete. I had no choice. Like, people do act like we the only ones pissed at Trump, and I be like, man, your ass crazy if you think that shit. Like, listen, like, when you go back and look at the votes, right? Go back and just look at the raw numbers. We know Trump did not win the popular vote, right? Mm-hmm. So he didn't win the popular vote. He won the electoral college. He won the election. He did. But even after that, if you just think everybody who's white is happy with Trump, you are crazy as fuck. Like, crazy as hell. So yeah, Eminem, yeah, I'm sure it's some shit he's probably pissed. And, was the freestyle good? Yeah. I feel like it wasn't good because we know Eminem. Yeah. We've heard him deliver precision.
Number one, it wasn't his best BET cypher. That would be the time that him, Black Thought, and Mos Def stood together around a campfire and made beautiful music.
Right.
Yeah, but like, it come down to this. We all say that in order for our goals and things to flourish and to go forward, we need help from the actual oppressor. Like, we need help from actual white people to start speaking up. So when do we want white people to speak up? What type of white person do you want to speak up? I guess that's the question that I have. Like, I'm not saying all hell Eminem, he's like our new black friend, because again, like, I'm not the biggest Eminem fan either. I haven't really recalled him making any good music after like I was in college. Like I haven't checked for an Eminem album in a decade.
And that's what I was trying to say. I was like, bro, you really can give me 3 Eminem albums and keep the rest.
Right, but at the same time, it like my man has his flaws, but my man has also like check his background. He said shit before, like y'all said.
Yeah.
Like, and so we do ourselves no favors by arguing about like who and what can take up for us.
And then another thing, you know, you always get that one fan who been waiting for Eminem to do something for 15 years, and they just jump off the porch. And I seen a M greater than saying Lil Wayne, and I look. If you want to continue to work here, if you want to continue to work here, you're gonna have to leave the drugs alone. Like, hey, I'm sorry. You can say what you want about Wayne, but the fall off ain't been that long. Like M, when the last time he said, "Man, I can't wait till the new Eminem project come out." I like shit after he got through killing his mama and wife struggles, it was over with. Like, no offense, M's a very good rapper, but I feel like once 50 starts selling records, I think
that was like the undertone too. Like, it's a lot of Eminem fans who were waiting for something.
Yeah,
and so
give me something. Anything.
And so I think that was riling people up more so than the race undertones, and everything got put together in one big messy gumbo pot, and I hated it. I just hated it all. I just wanted it to go away. I think that's the best way to describe the past week.
So he said he was standing with Colin, right?
Mm-hmm.
So I got to bring this up. I got an alert just popped up on my phone.
Okay.
Colin Kaepernick has filed a grievance against the NFL.
Breaking news.
And their owners. It's a claim of collusion. That essentially they colluded to essentially not get blackballed him, essentially. I think this is going to be very interesting.
This is going to be very interesting.
And you want to know why I think it's really going to be interesting? Not even to go into the case. Here's why I think it's going to be interesting. Because it's going to be interesting to see. Because you ever notice how serious the courts take when these motherfuckers file appeals? Because Tom Brady and Ezekiel Elliott, they taking these appeals serious. These courts are taking these. You cannot punish this man until due process.
Right.
I'm interested to see if the courts are going to be that diligent here. Because if they are, it's going to be interesting, man.
When the funk hits the fan.
I'm interested in like the defense's evidence and what they're going to use in their position and the counter from the NFL. Like, this is going to be like some like really like geeky legal and like the NFL stat analytical world, I believe, is going to be dragged into this shit too.
Really?
Because off the sense of they're going to try to make a case of like, well, is Cap actually good? And there's stats that says that he is good, and there's stats that says that he's not that good. So it's like, I think it's going to be a lot of shit that comes to that's going to be a part of this. I'm so low key excited to see how this plays.
Yeah. Yep. That's one of them. We'll stay tuned.
Yeah. Dun, dun, dun.
We'll stay tuned.
All this and more on the next episode of But I don't know, man. Like, so you think, like, right? So right now, now that has happened, and you see these quarterbacks dropping like flies. What if someone tries to sign him? Do you think it's genuine now, or you think it's because he's trying to file a grievance?
What does Green Bay do right now with Aaron Rodgers out for the season?
Yeah, are you going to depend on Huntley? Is that the guy's name?
They'll probably sign somebody else.
I can't see. Yeah. I can't see him going to Wisconsin. I'm sorry.
Yeah, I don't.
He's not bringing that shit to Cheese County.
They community is not going.
Yeah,
and I mean,
they'll sacrifice their season before they have Cap at quarterback.
I have so many thoughts about Cap and that whole situation. Mostly because I'm able to step into a business shoes as well. And the thing is, to be honest, your business won't live or die with signing of him. You know what I'm saying? Well, I'll say this: your business won't flourish more with him. You know, I say this to the end of the world. The thing is, when you go to an NFL game, in most cities, most fans do not look like Colin Kaepernick. They do not look like me. They don't look like Fresh. They don't look like AMP. If you look at NFL ticket prices, you probably will understand why. And just everything to go along with it. You know, probably the blackest, and I've been to stadiums in a few cities, probably the blackest fan base I've seen, and was the Falcons.
Yeah, understandable.
Falcons, definitely. And even so, still, it's not like we're the majority. The majority of people that's inside the game. So, you know, Falcons game, we tailgate like a motherfucker. So, I mean, I get it, you know, and essentially if you're telling somebody to go and sign somebody that's going to make their customers mad, right? That's essentially what you're saying. I guarantee you, like, I get it. People are like, yeah, well, he's good. Like you said, Ann said, it's one side of the coin to say, yes, he's good. It's another side of the coin to say he's bad. Mm-hmm. So people have to, you know, understand that and respect it as well. And then the flip side of it is now if he's not good and he's not winning and then he's still out there kneeling, you know, and they brought up the little rule that says, yo, there's a rule that says that these guys must stand or they can find you. They just chosen not to. So it's like you just doing the whole lie. It could get real messy real fast.
Before we get out of here, because, you know, you brought up the kneeling, I just want to touch on something real quick, real easy.
Okay.
So, you know, I'm doing my morning Facebook browsing. You know, that's my newspaper. You know, I don't get the newspaper in orange juice. I got Facebook and Ice Mountain Water.
Yes.
So I see a picture of a SIU cheerleader standing with, looks like a World War II veteran. So I stop and I read the caption. And she says, I would like to, what she say? I want to apologize to this gentleman basically for seeing my fellow cheerleaders kneel during the anthem. Mm-hmm. I'm sorry you had to see that. I stand, like hashtag I stand, hashtag respect. And she had an emoji of the flag. The comments under that were nothing short of ridiculous. Like, if you ever want to, like, go full Rosewood, just read the comments. So I'm reading the comments. I'm clicking on profiles. All that shit say, like, Jonesboro, Anna, Murfreesboro. You know, like, if you always don't know, Southern Illinois is really like Mississippi. like outside of Carbondale, Southern Illinois is probably the most racist shit you can ever experience in life. And all these guys just going crazy, like, salute you, young lady, for having pride, and this is the greatest thing ever. And she commented on something I put. Because someone had put, thanks for taking up for this great nation. And I said, a great nation to whom? Right. And the guy responded, like, to all law-abiding citizens. And I said, oh, so kneeling is breaking the law? I didn't say that. I was like, oh, so what are you getting at? Why you bring up law-abiding citizens? You know what I mean? And she said something like, you guys are taking this all out of content, and this was not disrespect to my teammates or whatever. And I asked her, so if these are your teammates, how do you not know what they're kneeling for?
Right.
If you say you talk to them, you should be able to understand their plight or whatever. But then, like, I guess he erased it, like, right after that comment or whatever. But it was just crazy to me because I saw the picture of the black cheerleaders kneeling, like, last week. Then I see her taking a picture with the World War II vet, and I'm just like, wow. And these are kids, you know. She's probably like 19, 20 years old. Right. And I'm thinking just like, it's crazy how the world, like, just doesn't understand. Like, they have really made this a standing kneeling.
No, they understand. They understand. They understand. We talked about this last time. They understand.
Yeah, like, Joe,
they choose not to acknowledge it. They understand perfectly fine. They just not acknowledging it. Like, I'm not, that don't understand excuse, reason, and shit, don't fly here no more. Not on this show. You take that to Good Morning America. But, like, that, I don't understand. Like, you motherfuckers understand, like, philosophies and physics and astrology, and, you know, motherfuckers can tell me what each zodiac sign mean for each man that they date in their life. You understand this shit. You just choose not to acknowledge it.
Like
period.
Well,
That's all I got
there
to
you
say.
go.
The fuck?
I mean, to be honest, the thing that I always, the thing that's really profound about this shit, and who was that? Who it's funny to watch old. I hate to be this blunt, but it's funny to watch old white men get interviewed about this kneeling situation, right? Mm-hmm. Because on one hand, I always say this, man, motherfuckers in Chicago love Mike Dicker.
Oh my god.
And Mike Dicker,
Oh my
Mike
God.
Dicker was out there acting like oppression never existed.
Buddy Ryan is my coach.
And I was sitting there, I was like, it's a Dicker's restaurant in my building. And I'm not a boycotter, I'm not one of them people, but I'll tell you this, I'm definitely know how to say, I'm not putting my dollars there no more. Exactly. You know what I'm saying? I don't need to tell you public, like, I'm not putting my dollars there no more. Like, cause Mike Dicker was like, oppression like don't exist, some random shit he said.
I haven't noticed any oppression in the past 100 years. Man, if you don't get the fuck,
listen, Mike.
you
know what?
Kick his ass.
You know what oppression is, Mike? You hijacking endorsements from your players.
Yes.
You did that shit.
Yes.
But yeah, and it was weird because then on the flip side, they tried to interview like Joe Namath to get Joe Namath to say some shit like Mike Dicker, and Joe Namath went the opposite way like a motherfucker. Yes. He was like, if you look at what's going on, like you see these videos, and it's like he didn't want to go in and say they killing motherfuckers, but Joe Namath was like
look at the definition of oppression. Is what he said.
He said, look at the definition, and I think the people who was interviewing Joe Namath was like, we didn't think. But you see, listen, you knew Joe Namath was one of us when he had that fucking mink.
Yes.
In that fucking mink, you knew what it was, Jack.
Broadway Joe, motherfucker.
Man.
I'm
from Newark.
So it's weird, man. But you know, it's interesting to watch the cheerleader thing play out, because when I saw it, to be honest, I wish they hadn't kneeled. And the reason I wish they had not kneeled, I get it. I'm all for it. But honestly, part of me is this. They're young black women in a place that I know to be racist.
Yep.
Mm-hmm. We were in Carbondale. We know that to be racist. We know the surrounding area to be, you just sitting there with your hands hoping, praying you don't get stopped nowhere. Like people think that like that ride is like some enjoyable shit, but you just be hoping you don't get stopped by the wrong people. You be glad to actually get stopped by the state police. When you see them local cars dip off there and you like, oh, bumblefuck Illinois, I hope they don't stop me. Yep. All right, let me get a state police, you know, and hopefully it's a state police that had to serve up by Chicago. Right. And it's weird, but you know, that's the realest shit, because down there it's nothing like it. You know what I'm saying? Because the police down there use different tactics that we don't even see up here. Because we in Chicago, so we blessed. We don't see a show of force like we saw leaving the barn party one night. And it was probably like police cars from so many different cities down there that just came to a barn party. We was like, what in the fuck? So yeah.
Hold on, man. See, that's what I was saying with Facebook browser. Shout out to my cousin Big Snow. This man was working security for Nick Cannon at the Wildin' Out. And I just know he dumb. Like, I'm pretty sure he was only supposed to be security, but he got his arms folded doing the freestyle session. I know he always got to bring his personality to everything. Shout out to Big Snow, Vice Lord. I see you what 5 fingers. Let's have to throw that out there real fast. Sorry, West Side shit.
You know, on that note,
Well, before we go, real quick.
Let's go Cavs?
No, not even that. But you know, when you have certain friends who keep disrespecting the South Side, and yet they're always with South Side friends, make one more Facebook post, motherfucker, while we in here working. I need to address this for all the South Siders who are tired of you and Fat Will. You and Fat Will talk so much shit this whole week about how dirty the South Side is, and yet, have you noticed, Fresh, when we go to parties and events of upstanding nature, you never ride with your West Side friends. They can't go nowhere.
They can't.
You got to meet up with your South Side friends.
Do.
And I'm going to make that a post when I get off this mic.
And I'm gonna agree with you.
Yes. And so,
look, because my West Side friends, they good for coming out to my barbecue. I really can't take them anywhere.
That's it.
I love them though, like play cousins, man.
And there's your dirty litmus test. And on that note, Dion, we can now end this podcast. I just had to say that for the people. I'm tired of this shit.
He's just mad because the South Side smells like Averex leather, red line body oils, and Stateway elevators.
And the West Side smells like wet alley cats. And on that note,
you know what? I feel like everybody on the West Side wake up like Shannon Sharp. I was on the mouths and them yak. I was on them mouths and them hen dog. But guess what? You know, we gonna end this podcast by saying this. Y'all from the West Side, y'all go crazy over a South Side woman. That we know. I've seen it. I don't want to hear no disputes.
You look at my face.
No foreplay. We out.
No foreplay.